You can count this as credit that you were here and like worked on
right?
stuff? Yeah.
That's so funny.
Okay. Hey guys, my name is Zach Nunn, down here today for Pharmacy Day on the Hill, and we are talking with folks who are going to be future pharmacists, both from Drake University, University of Iowa, and actually a number of students from around Iowa who are making pharmacy their primary activity going forward, and what it means to both our urban and our rural communities. So, team, if we can, Kelly, Amber, would you guys just kind of share with us how you got interested in pharmacy, where you're going to school, and a little bit about the program?
Yeah, thank you, Zach. It's so awesome to be here today. I'm a third-year student pharmacist at Drake University, and I've been very involved in advocating for the profession since I started the pharmacy program at Drake. And we're here today really to show people how accessible pharmacists can be. In the state of Iowa, sometimes people struggle with finding quality care, and pharmacists can really be that person that they don't necessarily have to schedule an appointment for.
Right.
You know, almost every community in Iowa, they have a pharmacy, and we want to be that person that people can come to
that first contact with somebody who might need medical assistance or decision making when it comes to what care is best for them.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Nice. And Kelly, if I have it right, not only are you at Drake, but you're also the national representation for pharmacy. Is that right?
Yes, I am the national president-elect for the American Pharmacists Association Academy of Student Pharmacists. So I have the privilege of representing 36,000 student pharmacists, and especially representing Iowa is a huge privilege to me at that national level too.
Well, we are very glad you're there. That's excellent.
Thank you.
Amber, tell us a little bit about you.
All right. My name is Amber. I'm a second-year pharmacy student at University of Iowa, like you said, and I think that it's so important for us to be here today because students make up such a large part of our profession, and we want to learn and advocate for what we feel is important.
Yeah.
I feel like in the Iowa, especially at Iowa, and I know Drake does too, they really do set us up for success there, and they really do teach us how important it is to be here and to talk to state legislators, and we really appreciate that they are so willing to talk to us, and just being able to learn and just, you know, we're going to be the future, and we want to be educated. Yeah.
Well, one of the things important for us is that you guys, not only are you medical professionals, but you're kind of small business owners. I mean, you're going out, you're starting your own entity to serve your community in a way that's meaningful, but you have to be good in finance, you have to be good in marketing, you have to be good in people skills.
That's right.
And a huge aspect is how do we recruit and retain the both of you to look at staying in Iowa after you graduate? Are there things that you're saying, hey, this is the area of pharmacy I'd like to go into?
So I'm definitely keeping my options open.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, for sure. I think growing up in Iowa, I have seen the impact that a pharmacist can have in a community.
Right.
So for that reason, I'm very interested in independent community pharmacy. And not only being a pharmacist, but also being an active community member is very important to me. I'm also interested in areas like pediatric pharmacy, ambulatory care pharmacy, really being that point of contact for someone to help with their care. And not only that first person that they see, but managing their chronic disease states and keeping up with them and really showing that we care not only about their numbers, but also them as a person, as a whole human.
Right, very good.
Yes.
And how about you? What are you thinking about after graduation? You're Pharmacy 2 right now.
Right. So, I mean, I've done a lot of research, and I've done a lot of just internships within the business side of pharmacy.
Right.
So I'm very interested in that, just like administrative work and things of that sort. I like to think about pharmacy as being a very broad profession, and I want to affect people on that level, because just like in a community pharmacy, in a boardroom, we need pharmacists too, because who's going to advocate for people if we don't have anybody that represents our profession there?
Well said. You're absolutely right. Very important.
And you said about keeping people in Iowa. I don't think it's that hard. I feel like in our professions, we've gotten a lot of chances already to go outside of the state and do, you know, different experiences. And definitely being here, it's more of a family, warm atmosphere. So I don't think it's very hard. I think we're off to a really good start.
Good call. Keep spreading that message. Very important, right? Affordable cost of living? Yeah, exactly. Good place to start a family. So with that, the last thing I want to just kind of highlight today is you're actually down here advocating for some policy issues. A number of young people head off to college, 17, 18. Talk to me a little bit about how they can better prep themselves to go in.
Yeah, absolutely. absolutely. So there are required vaccines as students enter their college journey. And right now in the state of Iowa, pharmacists can only administer those vaccines if people are 18 and above.
Okay.
So I work at a pharmacy right now, actually, and we have people come in, they're 17 years old, and they need the meningococcal vaccine before they go to college.
Right, absolutely.
And unfortunately, according to the current state laws, we can't provide that vaccine. So that's kind of getting in the way of providing that accessible care. So right now, the Iowa Pharmacy Association is really hoping to pass some legislation that would bring that age down to the age of 6. Pharmacists are highly trained professionals, and we learn how to administer vaccines to people under the age of 18. And so with lowering that age, we can just work on increasing that access to care and providing a more convenient space for people to protect themselves against disease through immunizations.
And also helping educate families, but also getting feedback from families on, hey, what vaccines work or are appropriate at the right time in that child's life, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We want to be a part of that process. And like I said, as pharmacists, we want to be with you through the whole step, through the whole process, not just one point in time. So working on it, educating people in our community about how to stay safe is one of our main priorities.
Great. Well, hey, here's the future of rural Iowa, of Iowa in general, hopefully. Being able to have a medical provider in your community who can help you through a lifetime of healthy living from very young all the way through. Don't forget your pharmacist. And thank you guys very much for being down here at the Hill. Appreciate it. Thanks, Amber. Thanks, Kelly.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Zach.
it, guys. Thanks.